Come to Fort William, we just made it yesterday. I'm a bit jet lagged, you know, but it's been a pretty good trip so far. I'm having fun seeing Loic again, and I already got kicked at FIFA really bad, but it's still a good confidence going to the testing and full 29er, and it's good, exciting. So stay tuned and watch the vlogs. Episode number 5 is coming next.
Wow, that was really good. It was the wrong episode, but it was pretty cool.
Hey guys, we're here in Fort William right now doing a little bit of pre-World Cup testing. In this vlog, I'm going to show you what we do when we're testing and the procedures we use, as well as all the gear that I use when I'm riding. So a lot of you guys have been asking me on Instagram and on YouTube about like the gear that I use when I'm riding. So right now I'm just going to give you a basic rundown of all the gear that I use when I'm riding. And we're going to go from the bottom to the top, so we're going to start with my shoes. So the shoes that I ride in, these are the Specialized 2FO cleats. You can see on the bottom that I run Crank Brothers cleats and I use the Mallet DH pedals. With my cleats, I normally put them in the front holes and then slam them all the way to the back so that I get more of a middle feel, and that gives me the best feeling. Moving up for my shoes, we will go to my knee pads. These are the Fox Launch Pros knee pads, D3O with the added slide plate. If you hit your knee and then they like hit the ground, these will allow it to slide, and that way you won't be like jamming anything and you get more safer that way. And then these are my pants, Flex Air pants. I run a 32. These are the new ones. They're kind of like a hatch, like a old school throwback with the old school Fox logo here and the zebra. We've got a little butt patch. It's sort of like an inside joke from the team. It's like, do you want a coffee? And it's a thing that Kevin says when anybody does anything stupid. It's like, tu bois café? Like, oh, you want a coffee? And then moving on from there, this is my chest protector. This is called the Race Frame. I've had this one for a little while. It's got the D3O back and then the hard front, so it's got you cover on both ends. And then going from there, these are the elbow pads I run. They're the Enduro Pro model. They're slip-on. They have an elastic band at the top like this, and they got a little bit of grip in there, so they never slide down. I run mediums. I just like these because it gives me a little bit more protection if I fall. Like, it's got a little bit of a slide and more of abrasions and stuff, so I don't like rip my elbow up if I fall over in like a corner or something like that, and it's just nice. It gives me a little bit more confidence. And then I run the Flex Air jersey in a medium. It's a little bit tighter, but it's a bit more aerodynamic. I mean, it doesn't make that much of a difference, but every 1/100th of a second counts in our sport right now. This one's also the new one for Fort William. It's like a throwback jersey with the old Fox logo. Yeah, it's got the little bit of a stretchier sleeve. It's like a different fabric, and then the mesh middle for breathability. And yeah, this is the new jersey. It's pretty awesome. I like this kit a lot. Zebra pants and the white jersey. And then going up from there to my hands, these are the Flex Air slip-on gloves. I don't run these all the time, but lately I've been really into them, so I've been wearing them. Like them. I like the feel on the palm. I wear a large glove, XL glove. What, double XL glove?
You know what they say about big hands?
Yeah, big hands, big gloves. Don't put that part in.
That's definitely going in.
So from there, we're going to move up to the head. The first thing that I'll go over is the Fox View goggles. Right now I got the clear lenses on. It's a bit, I don't know, not sunny outside, so this just gives me the best vision. And then I have the new RPC, Rampage Pro Carbon. This is new to this year with the Red Bull paint job. Name on the back, painted by Paint House Customs. Pretty awesome. Got the new fluid inside technology, really safe. And then I run an XL helmet with large cheek pads. I got a big ass head, a lot of hair.
You know what they say about big heads?
A thick skull.
Big brains.
Big brains, yeah, that one. So that's a basic rundown of all the protective gear that I use from day to day. Every single time I go ride downhill, this is the stuff that I use, and I hope that you guys out there also use an armor. Stay safe, baby.
Come on, Laurent! Laurent's over there taking it.
I'm telling you, man, you moved to Victoria for winter? Take care of you. So we're gonna get out on some runs today, go do a few laps of the track, do a few laps on the data bike, and just see, comparing like 29er, 27.5, and just see what's faster, and then whatever we figure out, we're gonna apply to the weekend coming up and apply to the World Cup.
Okay, so here with the data bike for Finn, We've been testing today on a World Cup track in William. So I'm gonna explain you a little bit how the bike works and how we're getting information through that little thing. So basically we have like a data logger over there, and after we have few sensors around the bike which measure different things. So we have right there like the shocks travel, we have there the forks travel. Here and on the back is like speed sensor, so we can know what speed and when he's getting the speed from every part in the track.
Oh shit, it's big. You grabbed a bit of dick too.
I know. So here is the speed sensor. So you have one in the front, one in the back. Right there. Right there you have the GPS. Here it's like a trigger, so anytime we want to do like split or information point, Finn just have to press on that and give me a cross on my computer, and then I can notice where it is. So it could be like something good or something wrong. If the bike react good or not, we can have that information through that point. And we use also that for split time, so which is interesting. And yeah, that's basically what we get. So through this we can pretty much know exactly how the bike reacts on a track. So that doesn't mean the computer told us how to set up the bike, but the computer told us that the bike is actually working like this. So it's really important to compare that information with Finn's feeling. And after that we just compare timing, we compare different setup, and also through that I can exactly know where are we on the balance of the bike, which is really important. So kind of know if it's diving too much or too much on the back. So we're gonna go for a few more runs, and yeah, we'll let you know.
So we've just sort of finished up the third run, and Kevin and I are starting to get into like the testing groove, figuring out what suspension setup, whether the bike's being dynamic or whether it's sticking to the ground too much in certain sections of the track. When Kevin uploads it onto his computer, it tells him and tells me like a certain section that I could be faster, or if the bike was working well or if it was working terribly. And we'll go in and look at that and see how the bike's working through the graphs that Kevin has. And then we'll adjust the suspension to make it more dynamic or less dynamic, so that I could get more grip, or if I'm able to sort of bounce through a section and carry more speed.
So we just record that little clip, so pretty much it's like the timing and the travel of the suspension. So through that I kind of know exactly at this point we've been using that much travel, and we can know how to react, like compression and rebound the fork. So yeah, to me I want to try something different. I want to make the back end reacting differently. So I'm gonna change few setup through what I saw on the data, and let's see if it's good or not.
So we just finished up 5 runs today. I was gonna do a few more, but I came down after my last one and just fell asleep on the floor of the pit right beside my helmet there. Kevin is dismantling my rear end. Now he's taking apart the the swing arm and the rear end of my bike to swap it out for a longer swing arm, and that way we can run a 29er in the front and a 29er in the back. And we're going to test out a few things on that. Fort William is sort of the ideal track for the 29er. We're going to try and compare between the 29er and the 29er and the 27.5 just to see what kind of times we come out with and what kind of feeling I get from the bike. If I feel better on the 29er, I might race the 29er, and if I feel better on the 29 in the front, 650 in the back, I will probably end up racing that because that's what I've been comfortable with all year and what we've been testing with. But we'll see what this weekend brings, and we'll know by Monday. So we tried a few things this week, but we're deciding to stick with the 29er up front and the 27.5 in the back because it's what we know and we know the limits of the bike, and we're going to stick with that, and that's what I have the most confidence on.